this guy put on weight and he gave up. But guys, just because you lose your hair doesn't mean you have to give up on everything else and not take pride in your appearance, right?
Get a little picture of this.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome to this video. I'm out here in China. I'm actually out here in Xi'an on a little trip with my parents, and guys, I just had to make a little video for you guys. So I want to share with you a story, an email, because I want to share this one with you because it kind of just describes perfectly all the stuff we talk about here on the channel. And it's one man's experience through hair loss, and it's got a lot of learning points we can learn from in this story. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of relatable points in here. This guy says, as a child, I battled self-esteem issues like many other children. When I reached 17, I happily exited the ugly duckling phase and began modeling for a local agency in Kansas, right? So he's 17, he's grown up, and he started modeling. So for the next 3 years, I embarked on an amateur modeling career that provided me with a confidence boost like I had never experienced. Things are going well. From 1993 to 96, I was on top of the world, was consistently offered modeling opportunities for local businesses, newspapers, and even some videos for big companies. My hair was long, blonde, and full of life. My frumpy stage was behind me, and all I could see was a bright modeling future ahead of me, or so I thought. Where should we go? Let me see here. Let's keep going this way. It goes on here, 1997 marked the beginning of my hair loss and would forever change the trajectory of my life. My roommate at the time was the first to point out my receding hairline. Of course, I was in total denial of his discovery and would quickly brush off his comments. Little did I know, losing my hair was imminent. So clutching handfuls of the hair in the shower not long after this discovery made it painfully true and clear that this hair loss really was about to happen. The hair loss came fast and furious, which gave me little time to adjust. Fortunately, the rapid hair loss stopped long enough to get through my wedding day with hair. The thought of walking down the aisle to meet my future bride with a receding hairline was an absolutely horrifying thought. I made it down the aisle with hair and married the most amazing woman I could ask for, but there was one thing left behind: my confidence. So from a young age, his hair was falling out rapidly, right? But he managed to hold on to that hair long enough, just long enough, to go down the aisle with his hair, obviously, you know, fearing the worst. He's about to get married and he's losing his hair, fearing that his modeling contract is going to be over. In my mind, losing hair also meant losing my modeling career and possibly losing my wife when she realizes her husband will lose his hair not far into the future. I was mentally defeated by thoughts of losing my hair. I'm sure loads of guys out there can relate to this, right? That feeling of mental defeat, the fact that your hair is about to fall out, and it's just not a good feeling. You're fearing the worst, right? This guy's, my modeling career is going to be totally over. My wife, what the hell is she going to think? All feelings that I know a lot of guys can relate to out there who are losing their hair. So sister, thankfully I'm still married to that amazing woman. She stuck by my side when I went through a period of giving up totally on my appearance. Not only was I losing my hair, I also stopped caring about my physique, gaining over 60 pounds in under 5 years. My appearance changed drastically, and people I had not seen in a long time no longer recognized me. I was at an all-time low. There are so many painful stories during this time, but I do not have time to share them all with you. Maybe a conversation for another day. And guys, if you want to hear this conversation for another day, if you want to hear more from this guy's story, then smash that like button right now. We'll get this guy on the podcast. Fast forward to the end of 2017, after many failed attempts to obtain the physique I once had, I finally made a breakthrough. And can you guess what the catalyst was? So in 2017, this guy's made a breakthrough. And I want you to comment down below. Look at this dog. Hello. So this guy's made a breakthrough. Comment down below right now, I'll give you 5 seconds. What do you think the catalyst for that positive breakthrough was? Comment right now. Yeah, most of you probably guessed correct. Buzzing my head. Looking at my thinning hairline, I would often fantasize what my hair would look like buzzed or maybe shaved. I would say to myself, maybe I will look like The Rock, Vin Diesel, or his favorite Jason Statham. The only problem with that fantasy is that all three of those individuals have a fabulous physique. He says here, nothing pairs better with a buzzed, shaved head than a beautifully sculpted body, and I couldn't agree more, guys. You see, working out in the gym, not only does it make you look good, but it makes you feel good. And a bit of advice to anyone out there who wants to make a positive change. Maybe you don't need the catalyst for buzzing your head. Maybe it works the other way around. Maybe you work on that body and then it gives you the confidence to shave your head. But the thing is with working out is you can start right now. It's so easy to start. You can literally drop down on the floor and start banging out some press-ups, right? Working out in the gym or working on your body, trying to get fit, healthy, I think is so underrated when it comes to getting through this hair loss stuff. We've had the Bald Coach on the podcast before, and you know he's all about helping through that hair loss with, you know, getting fit, getting active. It's so easy to start, and if you want to make positive change, I really think that is one of the best ways you can do it. He goes on to say, if I was going to take the plunge and buzz or shave my head, I needed the physique to go with it. So I began a journey to take control of my body and mind. I've lost over 40 pounds. Well done to you, man, and have roughly 20 more to go to reach my goal weight. To be honest, my motivation is not just about losing weight to pair well with my beautifully buzzed head, and it's more about living, and I can't agree more, right? It's all about living with that buzzed head, feeling good and looking good. A couple of weeks ago, I donated all of my old clothes. Hang on, my f***ing arm's hurting like a... He says, a couple of weeks ago, I donated all of my old clothes and replaced them with multiple smart, casual options. I absolutely love the look, and I've received more compliments like, you look amazing, and do you have a modeling shoot this afternoon? That was a legit compliment and the big reason I'm writing to you. He goes on to say, I gave that compliment a lot of thought and said to myself, why the hell did I ever think I had to stop modeling because I was losing my hair? Bald dudes and women can be successful models too. Hey, I may even try to do a shoot myself. Start trotting shit. He said, hey, I may even try to do a modeling shoot myself. It feels like the next logical step. And listen, dude, I say you just go for it. Do it, book a modeling shoot. There are tons of older dudes rocking the smart, sharp look, comparing it with a little bit of facial hair and a lovely shaved head. It's just a clean look. He said I could go on for hours and hours. I love what you're doing with Baldcafe, and I feel strong need to help your cause. And listen, mate, I want to thank you so much for that email. You know, just a beautiful story. You can see the title of this video. The guy goes from high on life, right? He's a young model. He's had that ugly duckling stage and he's feeling good, right? And I know that this is another thing that's happened to a lot of people. You're high on life, you're feeling good, and then all of a sudden, along comes the hair loss, right? Someone says, oh, you think you're losing your hair? Bit of denial, and then you realize, holy hell, I am actually losing my hair. And you feel like everything is over, right? Everything's over, but hey, this guy put on weight and he gave up. But guys, just because you lose your hair doesn't mean you have to give up on everything else and not take pride in your appearance, right? So the catalyst for this guy was he shaved his head and he just got on with it, right? He shaved his head, he buzzed his head, and you see that was the kickstart he needed to get back into shape and start taking pride in himself one more time. And so I wanted to share that with you. You know, this guy has got a much better outlook on life now. Fantastic wife, I'm sure he's got a fantastic family that supported him, and that does really help. I have to admit, that does help. So Anthony, I want to thank you so much for that email, and guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I just had to share that story with you. You know, it's a beautiful tale, a balding tale, but it just shows you that even when you think you're down and out, you think it's all over for you because you've lost that hair, it's not, okay? You take back control, take action with it, start implementing some healthy habits like this guy did. He got back in shape, he cleaned up his look with a nice buzz shaved head, and now he's getting on with it. And you see all that positivity comes back. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up and we'll get Anthony on the podcast. We can talk to him directly, tell us more about his story with it. I hope you can be inspired by this one, guys. I will see you very soon when we're back in Chongqing. We're in Xi'an at the moment for that next video. Goodbye.
I swear I like your style. Put you in Chanel cause it's just perfect for your smile. Girl, I swear for you I'd run the world, I'd run the miles. The way you look at me, I think I'm going insane. It's crazy how we started out to what the